What's up, guys? It's your boy Mark,
And it's your girl Anita.
and welcome to Marky Need.
Mark Anita / What of Faith with Anita.
Yeah. This is gonna go on the Marky Anita page and the Word of Faith Anita page, so make sure you check both of them out.
Yeah, because this is the video that a lot of you on What of Faith with Anita, were waiting for. I was getting a lot of DMs. You guys were asking me like, when are you guys doing when you met? And I kept pushing it. I'm like, next week. So yeah, the video is here and my husband is sitting here with me. So yeah, I hope you'll be inspired from everything we're gonna say and that you will learn something as usual. Yes. So, babe, how did we meet?
Well, our story is kind of complicated. We got married in a month within meeting each other. So what had happened was I was in a relationship and things went terrible. I was dealing with depression.
We got married within a month?
Yeah, it was
no, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Babe, we got married within 2 weeks.
Well, that's still within a month. 2 weeks is inside of a month, so.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm right. But yeah, so I was going through a lot of depression, dealing with things, because I had been going through the end of my previous relationship, and there was cheating involved, and it was a very dark place for me because I was just very attached and committed to that relationship. And Anita's mom used to counsel me, used to mentor me, and teach me and my ex apparently, the way to go in life, kind of helping us direct ourselves through a relationship. So she, knew what was going on, and she was like, one day she was like, you know what, let me get my daughter on the phone, she can help you because this is what she does, she counsels people. So next thing you know, I meet Anita, right? And Anita gives me a powerful word, gives me verses, prays for me, and I feel a lot better.
Wait. Why are you wearing this in the video?
Because Anita hurt my eyes, so I think it's black. I don't want you guys to see Anita's been abusing me.
Mark.
I'm just joking, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it went from there. So I met Anita, and after that day, I didn't call Anita back for like maybe 2 or 3 days because it seemed like
you were still going through a lot of dark, situations.
Yeah. And it's like I was still holding on to hope that I would be able to rekindle my previous relationship, but that didn't happen. And next thing you know, me and Anita connected again, and we just started talking like every day over the phone. She was praying for me, giving me guidance. It was a lot, and out of nowhere, the way things happen, we just next thing you know we got married. Next thing you know we got married. It was just like everything just happened so fast. Like
wow. And that's why they say that men have very little words. They don't talk a lot. Men have very few words. So that's why you heard Mark. He summarized something that I could have said in 2 hours into 1 minute or 2 minutes of recording this video. But yeah, thank you so much, babe. You're a man of few words. Now let me talk. Alright, so yeah, you heard from the side of my husband Mark here. Now, let me also give you my side of how, we met. What he said is true. He has given you a brief. And now let me give you a little bit of the information. Yeah, more details of how we met. So, basically, like you guys heard from the previous series of that I was posting on Word of Faith with Anita, of how I got married at the age of 21 when I was single for 20 years. And I told you guys that I broke up with my ex in January of 2019, and then within 2 months, yes, January, and then within 2 months, that was like the 20th of March, I met That's when I met my husband Mark. So how it happened, it was out of nowhere, you know. It was like something miraculous because my husband here, he was in a relationship, and me, I was single. And I didn't know, like, I had never met him, had never met his mom, you know. He had never met me. He had never, when he met my mom, because my mom has been counseling them and praying for his family for like 3 years, right? Yeah, for 3 years. And then for me, I was living like, I wasn't living with my parents, I was living in school. Yeah, so it was one day I came back home to visit my parents from school, and then my mom was on phone with somebody, was in counseling people at home. And then I think that's when Mark, my husband, called her at night, because whenever it's daytime here in the USA, it's like nighttime in Sweden. So for us it was nighttime in Sweden. So Mark called my mom, and my mom was like, oh my god, this is the son of my friend, you know, here is called, he really needs prayers. He's been going through a lot, you know, in his relationship. And just take the phone and listen to him and pray for him and tell him that I'm, you know, in counseling with someone else. And I was like, okay, all right. So I went and, you know, talked to my husband Mark, and I had the voice was of a young person. And then so my husband, he told me his story of what he was going through, of how this girl, you know, was mistreating him in a relationship, cheating on him, you know. He was there for her, doing everything for her, being the humble man he is, fearing God. But for her, she's also like a servant, because you know, she knows God and she tells people about God. But her behaviors, you know, they were not portraying the kind of a person she's showing other people to be. So that's what my husband was going through. So when I heard his story, and I was like, this boy shouldn't be treated like this, because from just hearing his voice, I feel like he's a very nice person. Like, some of us are single here. Well, this is what I said. I was like, so after talking to my husband, we talked for quite some time, and then we prayed, right? We prayed, and I gave him counseling. I was like, don't worry, babe, God is gonna do it for you, you know. That babe, I'm sorry, he wasn't my babe. I was like, don't worry, Mark, you know, God is gonna do it for you. You have to be strong in God, you know, you have to trust him, you have to read the Bible. And then I gave him my number. I was like, well, here is my number, just like I give you, all of you, you know, my contacts on social media. I was like, just contact me, be calling me, and we're gonna be praying together, and you know, I'll help you. I know God is gonna help you. You don't cry for her, you know, you don't cry for anybody. They have hurt you, but God is gonna pay for what they have done. You just focus on God, keep praying, and God will help you, bring you something better, you know, that you deserve. So after talking to my husband, I'm sorry, I keep saying my husband because I'm not used to, you know, calling him my husband. But after talking to him, who was Mark by then, me and my siblings were like, what kind of a girl is that? Like, this boy sounds to be a very nice boy. Like, me and my sister Mary and my other siblings, we were like, man, if I got a boyfriend like him, I would treat him so good. Like, man, I would be there for him, you know. I would ask him, do you want this? Like, I wouldn't do those things to him. Like, wow, some people are just so blessed. They get people and they mistreat them in relationships, not knowing their value until they lose them. That's why me and my siblings were just sitting on the dining table talking about Mark, and we're like, man. And then Mary was like, yeah, if I get a boyfriend like Mark, I will be so grateful to God, and I'll hold him tight. And I was like, me too, man. I just broke up with my ex, and you know, somebody's there, you know, mistreating the other person, when some of us are here want to be in a relationship. But then we left that conversation. And then, me and my husband, you know, we kept talking. So, I was attending school, and then I would give him a call and be like, hi Mark, how are you? How did you wake up? And he would tell me, well, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I really had bad dreams today. My night was so bad, I couldn't sleep. I kept having these, you know, nightmares, you know, about her, about things we've been through, about things she has passed me through, you you know. And to me, as you know, as a servant of God, servant of God who keeps praying for him day and night, every time I call him, I expect to hear something good, because I take a lot of time explaining to him Bible verses, but then the next time he tells you, I was crying the whole night, I couldn't sleep. That made me feel like, oh my God, when are you gonna make him to be strong and, you know, to take your word? And as a servant of God, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep praying, and I know God will do it for him. So to cut the long story short, I brought all this to help you out there, because when you come to me for counseling and I give you the word of counseling, don't think that it's gonna happen overnight. And you have to be honest to tell the person, well, I'm not fine, it's still coming, it's still happening, so that the person can help you, you know, pray further. Yeah, so I kept praying with my husband and calling him. He would check on me and I'll check on him. You know, things started going like that. And then with time, like I told you in the previous video, that before my mom gave me the phone to talk to my husband, I got a message, a prophecy, that my husband was coming, and my husband is gonna be from America. But I wasn't talking to anybody, you know, from America. And then after a few weeks later, that's when I got a phone to pray for my husband, to pray for him, you know. And then we started talking, and then in the talking, we're helping each other spiritually. We started bonding, we started becoming friends, and the little you know, it went from friends to starting developing feelings for one another, right?
Yeah. It was funny because one of the things that I left out was I was actually gonna go to Sweden to just take my mind off of things. I was gonna hang out at you know, Anita's mom's house, you know, and get counseling, you know, meet her in person, because everything was through the phone. So I was already scheduled to go down there. So and this was happening, we were talking, and this is like before I even go down there and meet Anita for the first time. And you know, just like Anita said, we started developing feelings, and I was just like, I was praying. And then I had to fast for 3 days. Yeah. And I asked God, you know, to show me 3 signs, you know, that she was the one. You know what I mean? I don't want to go into detail because that's something I keep private. You know, but I got those 3 signs in 3 days of fasting and prayer.
But you can say them a little bit. You can just a little bit. Nope.
Keep those to myself. I keep those to me. You know them.
All right. Let me bring it like this. Can you help a man there, or a boy, or a young adult or youth who is trying to see like the qualities of a good woman or a good person to date? Like, what should they look for in a girl as a man?
Number one thing is God fearing, or God fearing. I would say most important, and then also, you know, you want someone who is humble, because in relationships, you know, the way God has put things in order is the man is of course supposed to be, you know, the head of the household. So it is very tough. It can be very tough if you don't have someone who's willing to be submissive. That can create a lot of clash. Now, of course, you as a man, you have to realize, like, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with being a man. It's not, you know, like, a lot of the blame for what can happen in your family is placed on your shoulders. So you have to be a leader, and you need someone who's willing to help you lead, you know, who's willing to help you get better, you know. And also, I think one of the things to look at is like I said, humility is important, but also being able to forgive each other. Yes. It's very hard to be in a relationship where forgiveness is difficult. How are you going to move forward? Relationships over time only get tougher, and they get tougher, you know, but because of the time spent, you know, because you get used to one another, but at the same time they should improve. You understand? And having forgiveness it gives room for improvement. When you don't have forgiveness, there's always a chance that you could break up. I say it's very important to look for a woman who's humble, you know, who understands her value, her worth, you know, but is also willing to, you know, trust you as a man you know, when you have tough conversations or tough decisions, to be able to be like, all right, you know, I'm gonna be there for you, you know, but if anything happens, this is your decision, you know, and you know, and what's it called? Those are things that I think you should look for, is someone who can stand beside you and walk with you and trust your leadership. I think those are the two things.
Yeah, the main things.
Yeah.
Then the other is the outside appearance. I mean,
Yeah.
it will come with that. Let me tell you, like, also, just to add on him, never look at somebody's appearance and judge, you know, the book by its cover. Because my husband, he didn't find me like this, with a perfect skin, like no pimple or no breakout or anything. When we met the first time, like my face, like I was going through that very tough time, like battling with, you know, self-esteem with my face, with my skin. I had a lot of breakout in my skin and stuff like that. It wasn't so perfect, but he did not question that. He just, because he wanted a person who was God-fearing, he wanted a person humble, and just he put like those main qualities ahead of appearance. And then, you know, when I started like when we got married, the mom helped me and gave me something that helped me clear my skin, that she got from Walmart. It's clear still, you know. She got from Walmart, and she told me, apply this tube whenever you get a breakup. Just apply it on the tube, and it's gonna fade away during the night. And I just did it for like 2 weeks, and my skin cleared, you know. So I feel like that was a test. Also, God wanted to see if you are gonna look at my face, or you are gonna look at who I am on the inside, you know. So yeah, just to put it out there that, you know, don't fail to like love somebody or date somebody just because they don't look good, you know, in the time where you meet them, because you never know what God is gonna make that person tomorrow. Yeah, so don't look down on anybody, but just accept everyone the way they are, as long as if their hurts are good, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I mean, attraction is some people that's what gets a lot of people into pitfalls. You know,
Yeah.
I would say sometimes because you're so attracted to a person, you know, you can put up with certain things because the person is attractive, not knowing that eventually, like, it's what is actually happening in the relationship that matters. You know, in Anita's case, like, yeah, she did have the breakouts, she did have pimples and all those things.
Yeah,
you know,
very
but,
uneven skin. And sometimes, like, whenever we're gonna call, I'm gonna make a phone call to him, like FaceTime each other, like, oh my God, he's gonna see my dark spots. Oh my God, you know, it was putting me down. But I mean, he did not look at that. He never even mentioned about like my skin. He just kept telling me, oh, you look beautiful, you are beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, thank you, you know. But I kept praying to God, and his mom helped me with something that helped clear my skin. Yeah.
And that's the one thing, like, people get more beautiful when you start to love somebody.
Yeah,
They get more and more beautiful over time. If I always put it this way, right? The person that you say you love, right? It's a funny example, but if there was a fire today, and what's it called? Say part of their face got burned, and they were stuck with a red mark the rest of their life, right? And they weren't as beautiful as they were when you first met them. Are you still gonna love them? Are you still gonna be there? You gotta ask yourself those questions, because if you are really there for attraction, what if that happens? You're not gonna stay there, and then someone's gonna get heartbroken. So don't waste people's time. If you're not there for their heart, don't waste people's time because of looks. Don't do that. That's just you're gonna end up breaking a person's heart. These looks are gonna go.
Right.
Weight is gonna sometimes you're gonna add weight.
Yeah.
You know, and what we always say is, hey, if you're in a relationship, take care of yourself too. You know, that doesn't excuse you. That doesn't mean like you don't take care of yourself. You should want to look good for the person that you wake up for. You know, if you're willing to do it at the beginning, when you first met the person, why not do it during the relationship? Why not try to look good for each other?
Right.
That you're the only people. She's the only one that you can touch. He's the only one that you can touch.
Right.
So why not look good for each other? Why not be presentable?
Like for me, when I met my husband, like before we got married, first of all, I'm not a sport person, you know. But when I met him, I found him going to the gym, working out, and doing sports and doing this. But for me, I'm just so focused on God, so focused like on my vision, like I'm like this. And then he was like, "Babe, you need to work out. Babe, you need to come with me to the gym. Babe, you need to be in shape." Before I thought that I don't need to work out. First of all, my body is good. Like I'm small, I'm thin. I don't need to work out. And he was like, "No, babe, you need to build those muscles. You need to build those." By the way, you can see like I nowadays have muscles because I'm very consistent going to the gym. He's like, "Babe, you need to get muscles so you can be strong, those are just fats. You need to get rid of the fats and get muscles instead." And so I was like, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. And then I was like, okay. So also he was like, also when you come, babe, when you also come with me to the gym, it's like a motivation, it will also motivate me to go to the gym because we are working out together as a couple. We motivate each other. And I was like, well, that makes sense, let me just start going to the gym. It was hard, but he would tell me, "Babe, come on, you can do it." And he would go out there and buy me clothes for the gym, and he would tell me, "Babe, you're doing a good job." And I kept going to the gym thinking he's forcing me to do it, but the more I kept going to the gym, I felt a difference in my body, I felt stronger. And especially when I started working, I was like, I saw the difference between, going to the gym and not going to the gym, because I would go to work and come back tired. But when I went to the gym, I became stronger, I go to work, I go to the gym directly and come back home and attend school. And then I feel much, much, much better, and I will not sleep during the day. So yeah, with that, I got, love. I developed love for the gym, and I also bought the gym membership and started going, even sometimes without him, because he's sometimes too busy with helping his brothers with basketball. But I would remind myself, okay, this day and this day and this day I need to go to the gym, because I've developed the love for it because of him. That's why in a relationship, you should be able to add on each other. If you find your friend like with a certain weakness, help them improve. If they find you with a weakness, they should be able to help you improve, become a better version of yourself. Yeah, so
yeah, what's it called? What you're saying is correct. You have to take care, we have to take care of ourselves individually, so that we can be better for each other. And that's where you can't see certain things that the other person can see in you. Yeah. So you need that teamwork. So marriage is a beautiful thing, man. I know the world spits on it and says that, oh, you're stuck with one person. Yeah. Or what's it called? Like just all kinds of stuff. But it's a beautiful thing, because you really become a better person. You really get to grow, and you really get to see what your potential is. That person can unlock that potential for you. Yeah. Also, and I thank God I thank God we met the way we did, because it really helped us get to the level that we are now. We had to trust God. We barely knew each other. But we knew that it was what God intended, and now we're 2 years in. Yeah. And today we're celebrating our second anniversary. We've gotten better. It's not like, well, me and my husband, sometimes we get minor misunderstanding, but it's like really rare to find us like getting misunderstandings, because it's like a lot of things we are so much connected alike in a lot of areas. And also when we get misunderstanding, it's like we do not allow the day to end when we're angry at each other. Like if he made me mad, he will tell me, "Babe, I'm sorry." If I made him mad, I'll tell him, "Babe, I'm sorry," because like he told you, it's very important to be able to ask for forgiveness and to be able to forgive the person. Yeah, also like he said, you have to be able to like try your best to look good for each other, because you got each other now. You are not gonna please somebody else who's out, because you have each other. Let your babe be proud to see you working with him, or him to see me to see him working with me, like that. Also, you should also do it for yourself as well, because when you look good, you also feel good. Am I lying? When you look good, you also feel good, right? Yeah.
You should also be for yourself. Like, don't do it just like, oh, I want to please my husband, I want to look good for my husband. No, I want to look good for my wife. It is good to look good for each other, but mainly you should do it to make yourself happy. You should be sure that you are comfortable doing it. It shouldn't feel like somebody's forcing you to do it to make someone happy. No, because you can't really make someone happy, because it will make you yourself, if it's not making you happy in return. You should be number one. Focus on yourself and become a better version of yourself so that you can be able to help each other. Yes. Amen. So that's how we met, I already told you guys of how we planned the wedding, of how it happened so fast, and how God provided everything. And now we've been together for 2 years, married for 2 years, and it's so far so good. We're chasing our dreams, our plans, and we're just trusting God in the process. So our prayers is that God will, help you guys find good partners out there. I know God has someone special for each and everyone, and as always, God has different time that He blesses each one of us. We just have to be patient. Just because me and Mark are married at 21 and you are 25 or you're 30 and you're not married, doesn't mean God is segregating among His children, or God doesn't love you. No, God loves you and He has something really nice for you. He still wants to maybe work on you to make you a better person before He sends you someone. Because when He sends you that person, you guys are gonna be together, and what God has put together, no man or no force or power can put you guys apart. That's why keep waiting, that knowing that God is gonna do it. Because I just read from Mark's mom's house today, where we are, that faith is not is not believing what God can do. Faith is doing things knowing that God will do it. So you live your life knowing that God is planning someone better and special for you. Yes.
Well, guys, I think that wraps it up for today. We appreciate you guys. We hope that you guys continue watching, and supporting, and praying for us. Like, share, subscribe, talk to your friends about our page. If you know someone who needs help and needs some advice, just redirect them over here. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
Check out Mark Anita's account to grow, to follow along with us, because on this channel I post more of more of Christianity, and most of the time it's like I'm by myself, but on Mark Anita, when we post a video, it's always like the both of us. So if you want to like just keep up with us and see how our relationship is going, so you can be inspired or you can learn something, go ahead and subscribe to Mark Anita. Recently we've not been uploading because it's tough. Like, we're young people trying to follow our dreams and chase a lot of things, but whenever we have time, once in a while we put a video there. But the time is gonna come when we are all settled and have time, and we will be putting a video at least once a week, because we are working on it. We are planning to see how we're gonna make it work. So God bless you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and do all those good things. God bless you. Peace.